Alright, so I sent ground control a message. Let me respond. Hopefully they respond. I hope.
For oblivion.
I'm gonna reset it just in case. If it doesn't work right off the bat. Because I know it doesn't.
Watch your head.
And I know it won't.
Still waters of oblivion.
Moved you. Welcome. I really have no idea what to name that title. Stream elements. I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect and see if it fixes it. Might do it temporarily.
Ready for another? Feeling spiffy?
Might.
For oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
On still waters of oblivion.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Can you find the answer?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's on me.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Feeling spiffy?
Destined for oblivion.
Watch your head.
Not good. Net
I love
markers
this thing.
activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ready for another?
On the still waters of oblivion.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Can you find the answer?
Watch your head.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
See, if I part it and reconnect it, yeah, it works fine.
Spin free
I don't know how long that's gonna last. You'll find out.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Can you find the answer?
Who is that?
Still waters of oblivion.
See how long it actually
I weep for the
freezes in. Surely I won't
Too
freeze.
shall fall.
I'm up by 7, I'll do the rest later. Okay. I'll do that story.
Care for some jokes?
No, I don't actually want any jokes right now. I'm sorry.
all this free time. Why not make the most of it with a game?
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
Received a phone call.
Here.
I can
Finally.
tell someone in my family. And then,
I
well,
don't get to ask the Titan my question.
call him back. Can't even ask.
All of you
Listen
make for a
back.
pleasant surprise, nonetheless.
So disappointed.
Very well then.
No human.
Let me uncover the truth for myself. Did I?
Version of Star Rail is this
still
again?
failed to make it in time. Huh? So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides. Behind the closed
3.2.
doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Yeah.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
7 hours. 7, 8.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Yes.
Not too bad.
And we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst-case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
I like to hide my microphone, honestly.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides,
What did people think about
Chaos'
hidden mics?
nature, a deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes, I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core.
From McKay?
What
I don't know
may
who
seem like a
joined.
mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Cersei's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification of the Cavalier. By doing so, I can answer Cersei's question and reclaim my body. But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
What are you thinking about? Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree.
That's what I'm going to.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Cersei's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars. And their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
Sundin, welcome. Hey, look at the chat. What I did in Twitch.
Don't read too much into it.
It's
I mean,
reverse Barbara.
mortals to reach Aquala's realm?
So I figured out
There's
YouTube chat. I just reset it for now. I sent them an
Nothing like
email.
Cersei's.
Hopefully they reply
Easy
fast enough
for
I
them
can
to
reply
share what's
back.
theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying?
I
right,
could
Danny?
reinstall ground control and hopefully fix it.
After all, the
but that doesn't
titan
make
that
sense for
imprisoned
YouTube.
You and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Fix soon? It's on there right now. So if, here, prove it.
But
And
there will always be people who dream
prove
of
it
soaring
works right
towards
now.
the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for.
yeah, it works. Even kick. And if I wanted to stream one, no, X doesn't work on here yet. Annoyingly. Like, they don't actually have that many options for settings. Like, you gotta go over here, some settings. It's kind of weird on how ground control works. Like, this is all the settings it has. You just log in and you're good. Doesn't make any sense. But I like they have predictions here. Always if I wanted to start one. Quick actions. Unfortunately, I don't think it does have ads, and I can change the title right here. That's only for Twitch. I can go here and go to like X. Load that one in. But remember, multi-chat only works with those chats. And apparently I never loaded in. Oh. Go to YouTube version. And it doesn't work either. Twitch only, multi-chat, so no point in switching them. So I just keep it on Twitch. And it should still work. Let's find out. Hog indeed. I also did change my name. Change my profile picture. Why would you change it? I also can barely see your profile anyway. Well, it's just writing. Okay. But I think this one also works. It should still working even if I switch it. Yeah. All three work. There you go.
It's just I never
X
thought
doesn't
we
work
would
yet.
meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician,
Before
I
doing
should
the
have been there by
events?
his side.
I don't do the events. I pay someone. Imagine.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in the
Legit, I don't
Grove.
do
Let's
it.
split up to cover more
Crazy.
ground. Danny,
Hey, Danny. 1 second.
have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
How many VTubers recording these days is crazy. Oh yeah. Wait, I don't own this character. Did I really screw that up? Yeah, I selected her. Okay. Oh, and then Rick told me to use Stellaron Kronos and get what light cone again? I'll do it right now. Rin's. What's Rin's light cone? That's what is. Self and mirror the answer. Got it. I had to double check it. Oh, for it, can we level it up? Until I'm out of material or something. Which one do I have? Weird. That's okay, I'm really. Are you an IRL VTuber? I do have a VTuber model, but I lost the file. Yeah, I lost the file. Imagine losing the file. I do have VTuber on here. No, I don't. I don't have VTuber. Oh, no, I do. Wait, I do. Why am I lying? God, it doesn't show up in my folders anymore. I do have VTuber, but it's so cheap, and I didn't want to commission someone. I had the art done, but I don't have enough money to get the next part done. And I've always been IRL, but I want to do. I have another Twitch channel that I wanted to make it just VTuber side. That was the plan. I got this VTuber. It's not rigged up to my camera right now, obviously. I have what? How many models? Pom-pom. I don't think those two work. No, those two don't ever work. Let's really delete them out of the folder, but I can't. Pom-pom. I think this is one, right? Yeah, this is a shittier one. This one is not designed correctly. That's all I got. Just two and pom-pom. I paid like $30 for this model. $30. I think on my desktop I have this model here. Just the art, no rigging yet. Plus this one. There's two of them. That I wanted to make rigged as one. What, that cost a lot of money. And also my face cam is kind of worth $1,000. So I didn't bother. I also used 2 cameras at once. So I was like, eh. I wish they didn't bring Don Han over here. Honestly. Of everyone they had to bring. Don Han, really?
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for.
Need a hand?
Or you could sit back and watch.
Is that for serious or not? But being...
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. All right, now let's get him.
Danny! Ain't no way I feel like this guy. He's crazy.
The waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Alright, let go achieved, that's done. Okay, everything's done. What I needed to do.
The Black Tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here.
For now.
You
Okay.
might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you. This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky. He's never mentioned anything about it.
What was that? That was the loudest noise in my life.
Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has
NVIDIA
he ever
Studio
found it
driver.
within himself to put any faith in the prophecy.
Hey, shut up.
People have come to think
Manage
of him
notifications.
as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove.
Okay.
But it is also
I turned off notifications from the computer, so I'll never receive any more ever again.
Sure works in mysterious ways.
Surely I won't receive any more. Surely. Oh.
Oh, let me have a look. By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of 2 conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other.
The ground controller already froze somehow.
Sure, go ahead. Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Treevee cannon could slip past their watch. The Grove of Epiphany is home to 7
Oh,
schools.
my foot.
While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most. As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance. Neosporus primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch. Alexa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the skyship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the Earth that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So much so that even the scroll is completely new to me.
Don't worry, bro. We'll just collect everything. Fine. On the Titans for now. Nothing else. You can catch Vincent now. I'm short.
That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even
Quinch.
I, the
Oh,
assistant
no. Quinch
lecturer,
left.
know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what
You get a new
happened to the
message, but you're
Grove?
not a VTuber, so it's... People don't watch it just because of that. Really? What, you want me to switch to a VTuber scene? You know what? I can do that. I can do that right now. You know what? I'll turn VTuber right now. I'll do it. Knocked over my keyboard though. I'll do it. Won't take long. Surely. Cancel. Okay, maybe I should actually update it. There goes Steam, it's launching. Just slowly. Oh my golly, this PC is slacking. Into this launch. Close both instances of YouTube Studio. Do the without start of the offline mode. And it should launch.
Were you shocked just now?
Is there a transparency screen? Sports 2, huh? That's a nice haircut. No way. Duplicate? Okay, here's the idea. And apparently it's a sports, or whatever the flip you call that. YouTube sport. That's That's for VTuber, so it knows what it is. Force 2 capture. Force 2 is not enabled apparently.
Were you shot just now?
Link sync, don't care about that one. Start API.
Were you shot just now?
Am I missing something? I don't see sports anywhere. Oh, I'm confused. Force 2 input. Streamlabs says Force 2 capture, not input. Did I select the wrong one? Use to stream videos.
Were you shot just now?
No, I need better tips on this. Do I have Chrome tab underneath?
Just now?
No, I was not. Well, I was not. We're gonna turn into a VTuber very quick. What am I gonna do? Turn myself into a quick VTuber. And one Chrome tab should do. Like I need to read chat. Best way to get VTube Studio to OBS.
Were you shot just now?
V. Like there was a new way, right? Nice haircut, man. You keep saying that though. Variable dice? What do you mean variable dice? Hey, wait, Rick, do you know how to get VTube Studio to show up onto OBS? What do you have a tip? You got a tip for that? So I'm trying to figure it out. What scene should I use? Do I just capture video? Is that the correct option? What do you mean variable dice? I'm still confused on that though. Windows capture. Why Windows capture? Of all things.
Were you shot just now?
That's easier. Not color source. I love this thing infinitely loading. Yeah, it shows the other capture card. That's crazy. If I choose VTube Studio Cam. This takes a long time to load. So this PC is like, I don't know. 50% CPU load. The problem is, Rick, I use a dual streaming PC, right? So I can't actually look at my VTube Studio constantly. Right? Situation better. See, if I want to actually zoom in and zoom out, I have to use my Stream Deck for that. That's my only way I can do it. I would just have to invent the VTuber cursor because that's the pretty thing. It's on my streaming PC right now. Let me show you. Right? I'm running it on this PC. The one in the little tab right here. Maybe it's an Infinite OBS right now. I thought Sports 2 would do it, but apparently not. Last time I did color pick, I just chose pure F. I deleted the scene by accident. And then all I have to do, add a filter to it. Yeah, just use green screen. But the thing is, some VTubers, I thought there was a transparent screen, but I don't know what happened to it. I thought that they updated it. And then you're going to right click, open this. Not that one. You won't be able to see it right now.
Just now.
Right click it. Or was it? No. Oops. Streamlabs, bro. I don't know. I use Streamlabs all the time.
Where you shot just now.
Filters, edit filters, filters down to race. No, not grayscale. That's wrong. That's a visual. Ah, frick, I can't remember it. They're using the regular OBS, yeah. Here's what we want. Color key. Add. Then go... No, it's not color key. Mother flipper, I got the wrong one again. No. No. Okay, I had a video here. Let me check.
Yes. First thing we want to do is under sources, we want to click on the little plus icon and head to Game Capture. We're going to call our capture basically VTube Studio.
This is a basic understanding. It works with everything.
And then click OK. We're going to select Allow Transparency.
Mother flippers allow transparency. Did I miss that somewhere?
Where you shot just now.
Uh-oh. Yeah, my PC is lagging again. Oh, yay! I love it when this PC lags in OBS. A lot! It's actually not loading. There it is. Yeah, that's the wrong one I want. Cancel that.
Where you shot just now.
Yeah, it's not. There's nothing in there.
Mode, we're going to go to capture specific window.
Space, Streamlabs OBS. Sport 2 as a source. Okay. Sports 2. I don't use phone though.
be wondering, into your green screen factor, title it whatever you want, change the mode to specific window, and then change the window to VTube Studio.
Where you shot just
If
now?
everything is done correctly, it will now appear under your sources and on your screen.
Find out.
You will then right-click on that source and go to Filters, click on the plus sign there, and select Chroma Key.
It's chroma key. No, I selected chroma key, didn't I? Right click. We want filters, edit filters, add filters. Chroma key, add. Custom color. Color type is gonna be just. How many F's was it again? I think it was 4? Looks correct. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, I just noticed how many keys I accidentally pressed on my keyboard. Crazy. That's my tongue. Now let me just take off my cape. Whoa, you guys don't get to see that. F1, F2, no. There it is, found it. Alright, it's 5 Fs. One, 2, 3, 1, 2. Or I can just do this and hopefully it works. That just made everything black in the background. What the flip? Wait, there's an option for transparent in color? Why am I mad again? Did I just press the key again? I have to stop pressing that. Transparent and capture. Wait, if that means, because they added that, I don't need color key. Nice. Chroma key add.
Where you shot just now?
I just made everything pitch white, didn't it? I can't even see my OBS right now. Yeah, no, it just disappeared my VTuber. Okay. If I bring it back.
Where you shot just now?
Yeah, that's there. Asheville, how are you? How do you make transparent work? Let me see. VTube Studio. VTube Studio. Yep.
Where you shot just now?
Yeah, Sports 2 doesn't work because I don't have a scene for it. Wait, what do you mean? If it's transport and capture, that stands for there's a scene I'm supposed to be using to output it to. Where is that?
Where you shot just now?
Setting located. API is enabled. Wi-Fi is disabled. It's a webcam. It's supposed to be a webcam, surely, right? That means if I delete. No, it's not a webcam. First, I wonder if it doesn't say it. That's game capture. That's not the one I'm looking for. Delete that. Yeah. Learn how to set up, let's see. Or vent sense. Select your avatar. Yes. Make sure your VTube software is a choice. Okay, so we're gonna try sports too. Let's try it.
Where you shot just now?
Okay. Make sure your VTube software is choose connect. It should scroll down to sports 2 conflict on. That right there, and then Streamlabs OBS so I can read this. And then you guys can actually watch instead while we're at it. Make sure that your VTube software is choice to connect to Sports 2 and VTube software. Go to VTube software
Where you shot
here.
just now?
Camera. Obi's here. I didn't know Toby actually supported it. Sports 2. Yeah, it's not installed. What the flip?
Where you shot just now?
Okay, so I never activated it. Meaning it detects it. With the watermark though. How do I pay to get rid of this watermark? What does it look like on there? Oh, there's a watermark right now. That's where it is. And how do I get rid of it? I pay for it. How much is it anyway? Imagine actually paying for it. How much is it to remove watermark? Remove watermark, $17. And only 2 people have bought it. That's crazy. How many people own it for free? 13.
Where you shot just now?
Imagine not supporting VTube Studio. Watch, I'll show you how to remove it. Ready? 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 Oh, look at that, it's gone. I didn't drag it off to the side. Yeah, now you know how to get rid of it. Just drag it to the side. No one will suspect a thing. No one will suspect a thing. Oh wait, I think it's also based off how your OBS looks. I wish I could hit the recenter key. Huh. I just have to select a different model and switch them very quickly.
Where you shot just now?
So is it based off the size? Yes, it is. If I always go full screen, where it's supposed to be, will change the way how OBS will look. The more you know. I can make him stand. That. Or I can just grab him. Drag me all the way down. Make me a little bit larger. And only pop out of the screen. Then I go in the camera folder and hide all that. Except this one. Nope, not that one. That one. And that one. And that's gonna be my VTuber one. I should make them small because I don't actually like them that big. There you go. Hi. If I walk in, it's better. There you go. I'm a VTuber now. How do you feel about me being an actual VTuber for now? If I minimize it, it should be fine.
The worry shot just now.
Well, it looks like it's working. So once I get my other VTube studio stuff all reset. Then OBS. Stop telling me about the election, please. It's gonna be fine. Did it freeze?
The worry shot
Find
just
out.
now.
It did not freeze. Good to know. Imagine if it froze. That would have been crazy. Anyway, we got VTube Studio, the new thing. We fixed it.
Is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts.
How do we feel about
ballads,
VTuber?
and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities
You mentioned
that
my
desire to
clan.
learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here.
Doesn't seem like a nice thing to do.
No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was
What did she
no different
call
from
it?
bandits.
Danny. I missed
That'll be
something?
fair. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the texts we need? We can bring them back to Akama for reading it.
I'm missing a hero. That's crazy. And our freeze, heal, rage. Then rage over here, and then another heal down. These guys all healed up. I forgot my warden was being built. You got some good loot here. Need 6 million. Should I stream Clash of Clans game? You know what, I'm gonna make this a poll. Should I stream Clash of Clans?
It's so dusty in
There you
here.
go, it's a pull.
Whoa.
Is this
It's all
100%?
complete
Ain't no shot,
Skyrim.
looks like it.
I can already see what they must have written.
The one guy at
Anaxa
61
has
still.
No respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society. They're probably all things like that.
Another cooked.
Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxer established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone.
No one can.
Are the Titans
They're
truly
cooked.
an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are
Ain't no way, it's the way how she tones though.
God of Emporius. Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn. They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion from the Grove. The first allegation was...
Me too confused for now.
Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must likewise be their creations?
Sure. No Clash of Clans stream repo? Really? I mean, if the thing is about Clash of Clans, it'll be like max an hour and then we switch games.
Anaxa would have probably been
Because you
started
can't
out
stay
of trouble
on
with
Clash of
Haran's
Clans all day because everything is requiring builds.
He quoted past
Maybe I just
instances
bought the
of
creator code.
Banshee journey and posited that humans have the potential to take over the divinity of Titans. Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer, so they followed up with a second allegation.
I don't think I'm gonna make that.
You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned
Nope,
by
never
the
got it.
gods.
Never got the.
Do you admit it?
Oh, bonuses are done.
Anaxa always
Oh.
wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient.
Ooh, I need.
Every
I
being in the
need.
world owes their safekeeping to Kifili, and this is
7
even more so
million.
for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done something of that nature, then it'd indeed be sacrilegious. Thankfully,
If you know what
they
to do with the
had no way to
gold.
prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than an allegation in the end.
I don't know what to do with most of the
One by one,
resources.
Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. Toward the end, a scholar asked him, Anaxagoras, have you any respect for the gods? It was only after a brief silence that he answered, I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble constructs.
Only 800. Oh.
Yes, I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved. But what's for certain, at least, is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the grove where he continued his research, despite being regarded as a heretic.
Wait.
By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the grove. We may find clues there that aren't on the teleslate. I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab, hidden between the cornerstones. It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, each has a private sanctuary where they can conduct research undisturbed in their free time. Even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those places and documenting the sage's research.
What?
In this state, I'm sure Anaxa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab for a short while, right?
Yeah, yeah. No one will be mad. Yeah, yeah. Bro really wants to make me stream Repo. Alright, what's so special about Repo? Got it.
This is the place, but where is everything? Materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. They're all gone. Did the Black Tide destroy it all? No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials. Students often saw him walk in looking right as rain, but come out covered in soot with his hair singed. Naturally, no one dared to come near this place. Huh? That bookshelf over there seems to be the only thing still intact. Going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Alchema and me?
Huh? "12 seconds, I'm not gonna get that one extra star, even though I'm at 91, that's crazy.
It wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the New Sporists have crafted omnipotent medicines capable of curing diseases, it also makes sense that he would conduct research on immortal Chrysos heirs. But now, it seems Anaxa's objective was never to create medicine, but to identify the origin of the golden blood and figure out its inner workings.
Sounds like an interesting strategy. I did get their town hall cool.
Danny, look at this. I have my biggest fear. It's come true. After going through his notes, I think I can piece it all together now. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation. Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public speeches, this is the real blasphemy. Oh, I just thought of something. Do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The Grove had planned to send Cersei's Coreflame to a safe place. But an accident happened along the way, and Anaxa lost his life in the process? That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an accident? Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing in and your time was running out, what would you have done?
Put my theories to the test, no matter the cost.
Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute and fuse himself with the Titan's core flame. No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Cersei's would make a similar decision. The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. His research is still ongoing. Like, what? There's only one Titan left in the world now. No. No way. He's after Kefali.
Sir, this sky above us, it's not
Convert
real,
the rest.
is it?
Of course
Okay.
not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world. So that students like you may still learn about the night sky, astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you. Much like how the sky above the Holy City is also illuminated by Kefali's dawn device.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't
Okay, hold
conclude
on.
that, Anaxa.
Auto pass cut.
You should know that
Oh,
only
whoops.
a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on. They simply choose to feign ignorance because they have no other choice.
Then they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day.
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. But above all else, My days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the first place.
But I can, sir. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on your behalf.
You're right. I shall do just that. In the next meeting of the sages, I will spare no efforts fighting for the rights you deserve. Go. Establish your own school of thought. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate truths of the world.
Child of humanity. You didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali. Just ask him a few questions, did you?
So, you figured it out. If I were as foolish as Adromas, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom. Well, sorry to disappoint, but I'm no Dromas. Alas, I am a human, standing tall on 2 feet, possessing both intellect and pride.
Before such power, does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromas?
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa. They call me a blasphemer, Xerxes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. It's just, as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much more? The source of life is what I wish to grasp, to understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning. How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculations.
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
No, I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my own eyes.
Professor Anaxa. I'm here. Her life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand from you what I need.
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and her survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
I see. In that case, let the show begin.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts
Last haircut?
and prove
YouTuber?
the nature
Yeah,
of our
fixed it.
existence now?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been
Stop
stuck in a
73.
cognitive trap all this time. As unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance, they are in fact logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about what the soul is at its core. The reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa,
I play RTC, bro.
you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I
Not
am
yet.
but a living
Gotta finish
dead
this.
man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too, Circes?
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion
Yep, Gamba.
conjured up by the mind of a dying man.
So I'm done.
Of course you would remember. Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How do you know of it? And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Circes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world, so who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness, yet you have no idea who she is? The answer is evident, is it not? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one. Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find them?
I knew you would say that. But it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this supreme being standing before us tell us everything?
You can revive a Titan?
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can gods. But all we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. The solution is simple. Just like what you did to me. If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did. Simple, is it not?
That's what's his goal. Oh no, I don't think that's gonna work.
I have news from Hyacinth
Ted, welcome.
Hung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali?
How are you?
What could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
Oh man.
That is
Why
not
don't I
possible.
think already?
He is indeed the great performer,
So,
capable of fooling anyone.
I work
and
tomorrow,
everyone with
and
his
after that
tricks.
Friday I don't work.
I'm sorry.
No,
So I go to the gym and then I
this is
come
good
home
news to
and then I
us.
stream
The
again.
Council of Elders has found themselves a traitor.
Then I have to get up early to fix something. Doug, stream to you off.
Will be something we can exploit. What we should be doing now is to keep our
I'm gonna
eyes
ignore that.
peeled for whichever trickery Kindness is up
I'm gonna
to,
pretend you didn't
and
say
react
that.
accordingly to thwart her plans. Being Arkima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much.
Yeah, you say
significance
Wuthering
as the
Waves
Vortex
also?
of Genesis.
I'm also gonna ignore that.
Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next
Tired,
challenge you are to overcome.
exhausted,
Till then,
tired.
it's best to get used to this
I gotta fix a
place as soon as
lawnmower
possible.
tomorrow. Or I mean, Friday, because the transmission's not working properly.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders. How dare they trample over it?
Shooting daggers with their eyes.
It's been a while. What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord praised as a ferocious warrior?
I don't think so. Like, I look at Twitch, it's kind of dud.
It has indeed been some time, Lord Krateros. What brings you here in such haste?
You know what? I'm replacing this mouse soon.
Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work for kindness. I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low.
I don't
Unless
think
you're
anyone
itching
plays
for a bloody
Duo.
fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night?
Thunderclaps wait last night. You know, that could be put it in a weird way. Four hours away.
Hacker, what?
She's been through a lot lately. Please pardon.
4 hours. You could be
Can
kidding
you
me.
tell us more about these thunderclaps?
I mean, I looked it up. It's like 6 to 8 hours.
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife.
I'm gonna take a while.
Message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing
Wait.
several words at Akama.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much.
Skip all dialogue, bro.
Back at the Kremnos Arena.
I figured this is something.
I mean, every time when I hear the end word, then I skip the rest.
Never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that
But
thing down in a
anyone with a voice actor, skip,
reach
skip,
out
skip.
to me anytime.
You have my gratitude.
Skip.
I will let Aglaya know about this right away.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious.
John
kindness
Hahn
has
better
been
come back,
unusually
or just
active
replace
lately.
him. I really don't care.
Those lackeys she keeps under.
Kind of
cover
ruining
going
the
in and out of
experience
city a
for
lot more
games.
frequently these days. Some even seem to be
Or
getting
just do this for
criminals
every
to
time
defect
that
to the
you
council.
need to do an event. Don't bring them in there. Alt F4 anyway.
That's...
Looks like you can see it for yourself.
We should get back. Thank you for the intel, Lord Krateros.
Yeah, stupid drama. It's freaking annoying.
By Catholic into Lantern above.
What is that, Law Titan?
I have observed.
Aglaya, what
Freaking. And then Paimon? Bro, just remove
I
Paimon.
know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the
And replace that voice actor
In the
with
past,
Mem.
I would be confident about keeping her in check.
I would listen to Paimon daily.
I admit,
with Mem.
I am now unable to do so.
If it was Mem.
What do you mean?
It is no longer about
I would easily agree with that. Easily.
I have been a demigod for far too long.
In Chinese laws,
I hardly have any humanity left.
that's not them.
Before
It's
I
not that.
realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites. No longer capable of relating to the people.
2 people voted no. Okay.
Sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Finan, in order for me to retreat behind the scenes.
Yes, this is my duty, but...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called
So is the VTuber okay?
is no more than a ruse
Right,
to
placed it.
distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate, but that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Finan, you are a Chrysos heir without flaw, capable of relating deeply with humans.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations and win this debate.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kethali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Make your choice. Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
Oh, I pressed 1 and 2 at the same time. You can't do that. Oh no. Richie Rico, welcome. Alright, I'm pressing. Well, no, wait, that's fine because my game's not clicked onto it. I pressed both at the same time, so I have no idea which one I selected. Which one did I select? Era Nova, okay. Path set loose and promise we should have doubts in the flame chase's journey.
We all
Did I say your name right?
Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady
Rin?
Goddess. Please,
It's not Rickon,
enlighten me.
almost.
How does the Council of Elders
Yeah, welcome,
plan
hi.
to turn back time?
Let the 3 Titans of Calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those Titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these 2 heroes, I can promise all of you that Era Chrysia will exist once more.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya is unfit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Era Chrysia.
Era
Era Chrysia.
Bro, I thought they were gonna be Ashley yelling above the leaves. Just nah. Nah.
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Naxa. So have you, Kaz.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the Flame Chase journey.
He's one of the 7 sages. That's impossible.
Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Fagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
Oh. Could it be that you heard that from the Flame Reaver themselves? Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world, where are you now? Oh, legendary Erechrysia, return to the mortal realm!
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to end.
Erechrysia! Yes!
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under my guidance.
What?
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Erechrysia will return to our world once again.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By Kefali and Talent and above, as the Theoros I have observed. Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused your heart to soften? You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been on the cards.
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership with him instead.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge.
In that case, please tell us as much as you can.
In actuality, he showed me a past that was both long and heavy.
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Naxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Have you heard of this tale before? A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times, thanks to the wisdom of its ruling queen. Until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip the waves apart. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom, like a tyrant king. The queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested, and all that was left of her was a pile of bones. Devastated, the queen wept for several days. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived through the use of dragon bone and dragon blood. That liar called this process the secret art of alchemy. The princess was reborn! The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's innocent civilians in a single gulp. Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the mortal realm, these resentful souls ultimately converged into a river of souls that would not retreat for a long time. The terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter, our hometown fell into ruin as well. Until...
Until?
Actually, I don't know what happened next either.
Oh my... It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all this time, Pelixia. So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? It's practically a mirror image. And yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the answers to myself for now.
Oh, my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Yeah, oh yeah, really? Cliffhanger's every version update.
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal itself.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say? If so, what moral is it trying to impart to the kids?
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange.
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like honor the dead. What? At a loss for words?
No, I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If life is priceless, then there is hardly anything else in this world that is of equal weight to it, right?
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course. What is your question?
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
What? What kind of strange question is this? I got it. You're just trying to get me to tell you whether I like anyone, right?
Let's just leave it at that. That was rude of me.
Yes, I would.
Oh?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment eventually. My time is finally here. However, perhaps
I think it's almost my time.
Firm belief in the immeasurable value of life, I am unable to complete the trial.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. It is a pity that fate is such a cruel mistress.
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price. Our trial can only be completed when the one chosen sacrifices her life. I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of twins for this exact purpose.
Damn.
Fortune makes fools of us all.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. And yet, I can't do the same. How absurd. My time is almost up, but I'm still afraid to welcome death. What should we do? If I'm ultimately not able to make up my mind...
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end, there is still plenty of time for you to ponder.
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future to cloud your mind.
Trial, prophecy, the topics that they're discussing, but these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise, I would have some recollection of this.
Amphorius' history before the Titans were born was complete chaos. Is that not strange by itself? I have long held three hypotheses about this. However, let's continue watching for now.
Calypso, Polixia, and this warrior. I seem to have met him somewhere before.
Regarding this matter, Naius, Are you confident that you'll complete your trial?
Of course. Though, I am worried about what will happen once I've emerged victorious.
Looks like you have made up your mind.
Yes, this is the safest course of action.
Completely separating courage, honor, tenacity, sacrifice, and reason. You really know how to make things difficult.
Please, young lady, witness my fall and demise. Lady Calypso, you shall host the soul-rending ceremony.
I do not understand. Why would you dare to sacrifice yourself for a future that you won't get to witness?
Because this is our destiny. The power that resides within me is so intense that I will one day be engulfed by it. Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey I began long ago. If your sister or Kaos were in my position, I believe they would make the same choice as well.
I'm not that brave. I don't know how I'm supposed to face such a serious affair.
Despite being Death's chosen one, it seems you still don't know how to face it. Let's chat, young lady. Perhaps I shouldn't end my journey so hastily. Since there's still time, I'm not worried about letting fate wait a little longer.
Of course. This warrior is Lord Anaias. As the embodiment of Nikador's divinity, he entrusted his life to us and allowed humankind to end his madness. That means that what I'm currently seeing before my eyes is, in fact...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true forms of the Titans, before they attain their divinity. If so, the chosen one of death that he speaks of is actually...
Polixia? Is the previous form of Thanatos? But her appearance...
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went, we'll naturally
It already froze.
figure out the
Hopefully it'll well. You will. Hi, Mem. Mem. Mem sympathy. Anyway, I gotta reset ground control again.
Before that...
Crazy.
We first need to witness what ultimately happened to Lord Anaias.
Anyway, how are you? Ground control already froze. Anyway, it's fixed. How are you? I've been thinking of going to sleep. I'm gonna ask. I'm tired. Like, really tired for some reason. Rick and choose. I'm gonna go to sleep because I don't work Friday, so I'm gonna try to stay up late tomorrow. That's the plan. You think that's all? We can all agree I can actually finish this entire game. I'll finish the rest all tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. I love Alta 4. Oh. Monopoly Go. Sweet dreams. I don't have dreams anymore.
Lordell, Zerica grants reactions, which makes the runs he does scuffed, and it's wait, so
what?
I don't know what's happening.
Oh my god. Alright, give me a streamer to send it to. Name a streamer. And if you use channel points, I'll send it there regardless. Whoever you choose, guaranteed instantly, no regrets. Unless they have followers only enabled or subscribers only. You know what? I always like code. Always like
We just need to get the
more viewers, but I feel like it's mostly caused by raids. The thing is, I don't get raids, and it sucks. And it does suck. I don't ever get raids. Ever. And it hurts a lot. You know why? Having a low average viewership with, like, no viewers. And then I never receive a raid. Even, like, how many streamers follow me? None of them actually ever sends me. It does kind of suck, though. But what I'm going to do is just... And it did. No, of course it didn't end. It did first. So I'm just gonna end it. That's what I'm gonna do. Even though I got 9, I'm not gonna send a raid today.